Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I am your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I'm here with my buddy Jason. How's it going, dude?
Yeah, not bad. What's up?
Just trying to not get sick after this crazy weather change again.
Yeah, I know, man. Like today, my throat's bothering me again. It's so annoying.
Mine is more like sinus stuff, where I sound like it's all like congested and stuff.
Yeah, it's going around again. So it's like the recycling of the flu or whatever for the last almost month now. I think is
Yeah, you've had it off and on like 2 or 3 times.
I it's yeah, and it feels like I'm getting it again. So I don't know
Oh,
what the hell's going
Jesus.
on.
All right, before we get started, if anybody wants to check us out on social media, it's facebook.com/American Sports Connection or on Twitter at AM Sports Con, CON Pod, POD. Or if you want to contact Jason, it's at a Geek of Nature, all one word.
Yeah, leave me alone. Don't bother me on Twitter.
All
Yeah, I'm
right,
kidding.
so title championship weekend. What were your thoughts?
Two not competitive games. I think two quarterbacks right now who are probably the best in the NFL are going to play each other next week.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It just wasn't very competitive either game. I mean, the
I will
scores show it, and
say I will say by and large, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 games, the playoffs as a whole were not competitive.
yeah, that Dallas and Green Bay game was awesome.
And the Steelers Chiefs game was really the only other close one.
It was a competitive bore fest, but
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it just like I thought these playoffs were going to be really good because I thought a lot of the teams matched up really well, and I mean, so far through the two games they played, I think we've seen that the two teams that are going to play for the big one are the two best teams because they just dominated basically.
And we'll get into it.
Yes,
Atlanta closes out the Georgia Dome with a win against Green Bay 44-21.
where's the Super Bowl at?
Houston.
That's right. Okay. All right. Sorry, I had a little brain fart there
That's
for a second.
okay.
One thing I know we were talking about doing news, but I got a piece of news I just read that I think you probably would want to know.
Good.
Teddy Bridgewater is probably like 99% out for the season next year.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is. Well, at least they got Bradford, you know.
I mean, I just feel bad for him personally.
Yeah, I do. He's a young quarterback, and, you know, who knows? With the mobile type of quarterback he is, his career may actually be over.
Yeah, because remember, Culpepper, something similar happened to him, and he was never the same.
Yep. Well, it's weird, too, that he was a Vikings quarterback as well.
Yeah, but Atlanta just they mopped the floor with Green Bay. Like the glass slipper kind of like fell off for Green Bay.
Yeah, it's kind of like now too. If you're a Dallas fan, you have to kind of be like, we lost to Green Bay, and then Green Bay gets slaughtered. Like maybe we could have done better against Atlanta, you know?
Or then
But
my other thinking was to a couple Packers fans that I have was it Green Bay basically shot everything they had to beat Dallas and they didn't have anything left.
I believe you're on to something there because I don't think Atlanta's that great of a team. I don't think they're that good. They're not 44-21, 24 to nothing at the half good,
Yeah.
in my opinion. I mean, if you look at the game, Green Bay just could not stop the pass. Atlanta didn't run the ball very well. They really just didn't. And
And I was gonna say that's been Green Bay's big like bugaboo all year is their secondary. They've just been decimated with injury.
yeah, well, let me go back and say Atlanta ran the ball average at best. Matt Ryan added a little bit on the ground. Man, my voice is like really getting bad. But uh, Matt Ryan, though, man, him and Julio Jones, I think if they could repeat that performance, they will win the Super Bowl. But they're going up against the team that, well, we'll get into that, but they're like, they just, I don't know, like they were so dominant.
Yeah, like it was like a varsity team playing a JV team.
Almost, yeah, almost. And then the varsity team sat down some of their starters at the half or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it just wasn't. It wasn't the game I thought it was going to be, and it
Because
definitely
remember
wasn't.
earlier in the year they had a fantastic game.
Yeah, it just like I don't know, man. It was just not. It was just not Green Bay's day, or Atlanta. Just it was their day, or I don't like. It's interesting. Like, it's good though to see a team going into the Super Bowl that we haven't seen in 20 years.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah, just about. And I think it's interesting because out of the teams left, I think Atlanta, offensively at least, is a more complete team in certain ways.
Yeah, oh yeah, I can agree with that because Atlanta can run the ball certain weeks. Like they flip flop. One week they'll throw for 400, and next week they'll rush for 200, and
Right,
that's a good.
and they kind of have like a two-headed monster there with Freeman and Tevin Coleman.
Yeah,
And the name just escaped me, and I was trying to remember it.
yeah, they're gonna be it's gonna be a good game next week, but
So it's like the Packers just have to kind of lick their wounds and figure out what they're going to do defensively to get better.
I still stick what I was saying with earlier this year, man. They're an older team.
Yeah.
They're not the youngest team, and that's kind of rough.
Now, the thing that intrigues me most about them is Eddie Lacy going to leave?
Who is out there though that they could would they possibly be interested in bringing Adrian Peterson in?
Maybe, you never know.
I mean, they might have one more run in them. So if you're going to make one more run, you might as well bring in a veteran guy, right?
And I'm sure he'd probably love to stick it to the Vikings.
Ryan Matthews is a guy from the Eagles too, that I think, because I don't know if he's going to be with the Eagles next year.
Yeah, I have doubts.
So he's another guy.
Yeah, because I figure Lacy's going to want big money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, everybody wants big money, but
well, you know what I mean.
It's whether he's going to get it or not, which I say no.
Not with his injury history
and his out of shape history as well, and
yeah,
a little bit of everything.
It's just it's going to be interesting to see what they do because Sam Shields' career is probably over.
Yeah, they're not in the driver's seat to be a competitive team for the next.
This could have been their last ride.
Yeah, definitely. They still have the quarterback. I still think Rodgers has at least a few good years left in him.
Yeah, but it's if you have trash, and I don't want to say they're necessarily trash, but their defense really isn't that very good.
Well, I mean, Atlanta proved that. Atlanta definitely showed that there's something to be left to desire for.
Yeah, because on more games than not, you're going to lose if your defense can't bail you out at least a little bit.
Yeah, they're just their defense was just bad on Sunday. Sunday.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have the Patriots advancing, pummeling the Steelers 36-17.
Yeah, this was not a game at all either, man. It just wasn't a game.
I think, and this is my personal opinion, as soon as Le'Veon Bell got hurt and went out of this game, it changed the entire complexion of the game.
Yeah, I mean, we have to. I think we have to address the fact that the Steelers have struggled scoring touchdowns.
That too.
A little bit the last two games. They didn't score at all other than field goals against the Chiefs. And then this week they scored one, and then it was and they also
get another one till garbage time.
Yeah, it was D'Angelo Williams that scored the touchdown, but they just, then they missed the extra point, which sucks. But the second half, they did not come out and play at all. they were dominated by
I
New
was just
England
going
in
to
the
say they
second.
got manhandled.
They really did, and I think you have like Tom Brady. I think is on a mission. I think I messaged you and told you. I think he really wants Goodell to have to give him that trophy,
Yes.
and that's going to be probably awkward.
Yeah, you could say that. The other interesting tidbit that came out after this game is that Ben is pondering retiring.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, but it makes a good story.
Yeah, well, he's not really super young anymore either.
Oh God, no. He's well past young, especially for NFL standards.
I think
He's
he's going to turn 36.
and after the next season he'll be he just turned 35.
Okay, but still, like
No, no,
for
no, no,
his
no. He hasn't turned 35. He's 34. I'm sorry.
okay, for his build and the like punishment he's taken on his body, I could understand why he'd be thinking about it.
Yeah, if he doesn't retire, he only has a year, maybe 2 years left anyway. But I don't think he should retire because I still think they have a competitive team.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, it's not like they lost, in a wild card round to Houston or someone. I think they lost to the team that's going to eventually be raising the Lombardi Trophy next Sunday. But
Right.
they still have Antonio Brown. They still have Le'Veon Bell. They may have Le'Veon Bell.
I'm pretty sure Bell's coming back. They're going to probably franchise him.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, you can't let him leave. I think it's more so they have issues on defense.
Yeah, they're getting a little old on that side of the ball, too. Like, James Harrison is, 87?
Yeah. I wish I could be that fit for 87.
Well, like what we were talking about last time, when you spend $250,000 a year on wellness stuff, you kind of get a healthy body.
I was gonna say that you get the bang for your buck.
Yeah,
because I mean they're getting younger in certain spots, like with Shazier and Timmons, but they haven't been the same, and obviously it's hard to replace safeties. But when Palomalu left,
yeah, he was the backbone of that defense too. He was like the general, and when you lose that kind of guy, it's not good.
I was gonna say, ask the Eagles with Brian Dawkins. They've been trying to replace him forever.
Yeah, well, they got his replacement now, but didn't happen quick.
Not at all. It's just one of those things where they need, like you said, they're getting old on defense where they're going to have to plug in different guys. And their corners, even though they got younger, they really didn't look so hot,
Yeah. Well, they're a team that I think has that one run left in them. They might be on the same boat as Green Bay. They have that one last run left in them, and then
until they figure out who the next guy is.
Yep.
Because I'm thinking about it, and they just have the kid from Oklahoma, and he's not going to be the long-term answer.
Landry Jones.
Yeah.
Oh God, he's not there. He's not a short term, long term. He's not an answer at all. He's just not very good. That kid is just.
See, and the problem is, I don't think you can draft Ben's replacement in this draft because I've been reading a lot, and they think it's a draft that's weak on quarterbacks.
Well, that's where you have to hit like a fourth or fifth rounder maybe and hope that he turns into a better quarterback than he is.
Right.
Kind of like a Brady, but not as extreme, You can't expect that at all, but you know what I mean.
Like
you
a Dak Prescott.
Yeah, or like a Le'Veon Bell because they got him in like the 6th round. So yeah, so they have a history of landing. Not Le'Veon Bell. I'm sorry, Antonio Brown was the guy they got. Yeah, I said Le'Veon Bell. I got thinking about Bell and what he's going to do after this year.
That's okay.
But yeah.
And then the other issue that the Steelers actually have to look to is tight end.
Well, they have Jesse James, and the other guy's good.
Right,
He's
he's talking
healthy.
about retiring because of concussion issues.
Yeah, I don't think he will, but never know because guys nowadays they're leaving quick.
I know, like the guy from, but this was an issue they found when he had an injury that, or the linebacker from the Ravens.
Yeah, there's him. There's the guy from the 49ers, the rookie who had
Yeah,
the great year and then retired. Um, it's happening a lot now, man, and it's good. It's smart, man, because you don't want to play 10 years in the NFL and then not have a life because you can't get out of bed because of your head and stuff,
right.
or
Well, apparently
possibly.
that Orr kid, they said when he had that injury, they did like a MRI or something and found that he had like a genetic condition where they told him if he like continued to play, he could like become paralyzed.
Yeah, that's at that point. That's when you want to decide life before football, and
Absolutely.
because like I said, if you can't play 10 years or whatever in the NFL. Not even that. It's like 6 years now. It's like the average. You can't even play 6 years. You don't want to play 6 years in the NFL, be 29 years old and not be able to do anything.
Absolutely. You got to think about your quality of life.
That's the best way to look at it, man. And it sucks, but giving up all that money and professional football and everything, but it's also better to live.
Yeah, that's the best way to explain it.
Yeah, I'd rather be alive than be a millionaire for 5 years. I'd rather live, 40 years than be a millionaire, 40 more years than be a millionaire for 5 years, and be in pain too, because it's not like you're living a easy, laid back life. You're getting beat up every weekend.
Look, I don't know if you remember. I saw a interview. It was in a magazine when Jeremiah Trotter was with the Eagles, and they showed what he had to do every week, like after a game, and towards the end of his career, and he literally had like 2 or 3 huge bags of ice on his knees, like for like 2 days.
Yeah, like they would fly home or whatever from a road game, and he'd be basically immobile in the airplane, ice from waist to ankle to toes, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not good, man.
it's just crazy when you think about it, you know?
He's like Jake Taylor in the old Major League movie.
Yeah,
He's iced up, man.
yeah,
To have to,
that's a good comparison.
yeah, just have to ice yourself up to be able to get up in the morning.
Jesus.
It's not good.
Now, I'm actually excited for this matchup on Super Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, we're not gonna talk about the Pro Bowl.
Eh, what? What's the Pro Bowl?
It's where like 60 guys who shouldn't be there get there because other guys don't want to go.
Because they got selected and they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yep.
I just never got the whole Pro Bowl. I don't think I've ever watched it.
It's just not good.
Or maybe the last time I watched it was the year before the Eagles got TO.
Yeah, it's just not good, man. It's a waste of your time.
I think most All-Star games are.
Yeah. I agree.
You know what I mean? Like they're not. I think the last All-Star games I used to watch regularly is like basketball when Michael Jordan was there.
Yeah, I like the baseball All-Star game. I actually do enjoy the MLB All-Star game. I think the last few years it's actually been really good. It's been close. It's just been, you know.
I'm trying to. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, you're right. And they actually take it seriously. You know, because a lot of the guys will just kind of like lollygag around and not care.
Yeah.
But do you know what the line is on the Super Bowl?
The line on the Super Bowl, let's see. It could take me about 2 seconds to find it.
Just so
One,
everybody
two.
at home, I'm curious for betting odds.
Oh, why is it not on here? Huh. There should be a line out already, right?
Yeah, because I would figure that the Patriots would be a favorite.
Oh, I bet you they're about a 6.5-point favorite.
Yeah,
Let me.
I would agree with you.
I'm checking right now for you. Oh, let's see. Come on.
What would we do without technology?
Yeah. Be nice if I could get it to come up right now, though. There we go. The Patriots are, depending upon what you look at, they're about a three. No, they're a 3-point favorite across the board.
Wow, I didn't expect it to be that close.
Yeah, they're the Vegas
So it's basically a
consensus.
pick 'em.
Well, it's not a home game, so it's
Okay.
not a pick 'em. Yeah, it's only a pick 'em if it's a 3-point favorite for the home team. So
Okay.
right now, it's actually a favorite.
But still, I'm surprised it's that close.
Over under of 59.
I think it'll go over that.
Man, it's tough because the Patriots sometimes can play a very boring ball control type of offense, and
And Atlanta could kind of do the same if they get a run game going.
yes, they really can.
The thing, though, that amazes me, and we talked about this last week, was even without Wilfork with the Patriots anymore, they still have a guy in the middle. They still plug up the middle. It's very difficult to run on them.
Yeah, I mean they have the absolute best talent scouts. Coach that can scout. It's Alan Branch is the guy who does it now, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, they just have the best talent scouts in football. They can basically bring anybody in there and they do the job, and it's insane.
I know it's crazy. They're whether you like them or you hate them, they're probably the best run organization in football.
Oh, no doubt about it, man. Like they find a way to win, whether it be cheating or
Or using a third quarterback like they had to this year.
yeah. Well, it's just crazy, man. And like a lot of people are like, oh, they lost 2 games earlier this year that they should have won. I'm like, do you realize this team is 14-0 right now because you can't count those first 4. If Brady's not on the field for the Patriots, they're not the Patriots.
Well, and if you want to get technical about it, Arizona should have beat the Patriots in week 1.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean? If wishing was for fishing.
yeah. Oh, we forgot the. Oh no, we haven't really got into it yet, have we? Our
No.
picks. I
Yeah,
forgot
go
about
ahead.
those. Well, we both sucked this week. If that, you know.
Yeah, we were what, 1-1?
No, we were 0-2. We didn't have either game. Oh wait. You were 1-1. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was 0-2. Yeah, you had New England. I picked Pittsburgh.
And
I don't know.
God, do I wish I was wrong.
Yeah, but yeah, you were 1-1. I was 0-2. I had Green Bay. You had Green Bay. So my nice run of playoff picks kind of fell flat.
It blew up.
Yeah, against my better judgment, I went with the 2 road teams.
What are you going to do? Now, before we get out of here for today, we're going to come back this coming week. I don't know what day yet or time, but we're going to do a special Super Bowl preview of both teams and break it down and who we think's going to win.
Yeah.
So that should be exciting. It's just like we had mentioned before, it's kind of bittersweet because it's the end of football.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. We got 8 months, till football comes back or whatever, 7 months, and
Yeah.
so you got one more game, and here's the hoping it's a good one because last year's was a pretty good game. Well, it really wasn't. The year before really was a good game. The Seattle and New England game was really good.
Here's one question for you. It's Super Bowl related, but not really about the game. I'll throw it out before we get out of here.
Shoot.
If the Patriots win, do you think Brady walks away at his age?
Well, in my franchise mode on Madden, where I played with the Eagles, he did.
Okay.
I don't know. I think he's still, dude. Brady's the kind of guy who's been upright his whole career. I mean, he has he doesn't have as many miles as like a Ben Roethlisberger, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. I would see like I'm on the fence because I think Brady's the kind of guy who might say, "Well, I'm going out on top. You know, here, give me that trophy, Goodell, you idiot. I'm taking it. I'm going home.
And this
I'm
is
done."
it's like the final kind of like middle finger to the league in a way, and now I'm done. You know?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like the guy is financially set. Obviously, the guy has a huge future if he wants it in TV or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Uh. I don't know. I guess what really is he has to win it first and then decide because I don't think if he loses it, I have no doubt he's not going to retire.
Right.
But I don't know, man.
That was just a thought.
Yeah, it's a tough question, dude. Like, I personally think that he's coming back either way. That's just my, you know.
I get that vibe too.
I just don't think the guy wants to call it quits. I think he's still too good, you know?
Right.
Pride, drive, all that. Brady seems like he has it, but we'll see. But winning that trophy and getting that fifth ring or whatever?
Yes.
A full hand of rings, one for the thumb, as the Steelers, I believe it was, said it.
Yes.
Yeah. I think the one thing Brady really, 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 really regrets is not beating the Giants in that Super Bowl to go undefeated that year.
Yes.
I think that's the one thing. If Tom Brady, if he would have accomplished that, dude, I think there's no argument that he had to go down as the best quarterback in NFL history, right?
Yes. I would agree with that.
Because if he wins that, he already has 5 rings. So Eddie has the perfect season, MVPs, model wife, what Tom Brady is like. I think Tom Brady is the devil. He's got to deal with the devil.
What more could you want?
There's nothing. Like the guy is like the dream of what every NFL player would want.
That's very true. All right, well, we're going to get out of here for today, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff, and we'll see you back next week. Have a good day, everybody.
Later.